Welcome everyone to another Tracks on Sundays. I'm Tracks and Max, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. But first, we're going to go over to Brussels to see my sister because it's her 30th birthday, and I'll show you around. Show you guys around. What was it again?
A food market.
Around the food market. So my boys are in the back. Wifey. And off we go. Hey guys, welcome back. So, we had a good time with the family in Brussels today, and I didn't really prepare anything for today. There's nothing going on of interest to me, really. We finished our fusion Uko a couple of days ago. Let's see what this pack is about. What is Soul Power Pack? You can't choose that. Oh. I wonder if this is better than this 3 times. And obviously it's harder to get this. But like 3-star stuff is still pretty meh. At least you have more shots, more chances with this. But I guess you would just take this because it's harder to get. I mean, not that I would do that, but what's the most amount of shards you can get? So like, what if we take ancients here? Wow, it's not letting me do much. Hello? Hello? The pack's broken. Hello? Okay. Oh, there we go. So 16 and 3 voids. I mean, that, well, I guess they they tend to call this like what, $4 or $5. I mean, come on, man. I think my episode is gonna be very short today. I got a sore throat going over to Brussels and having fun with my sister's 30th birthday party. Um, so yeah, that's why I'm gonna try and keep it short. But I think one of the things I'm gonna take a quick look at and discuss is these soul stones, soul power, whatever you want to call them, things. Because what? I literally just clicked you away. You think I clicked you away because I actually did want to see you? Is that it? Game? First, we're gonna look at this right here. Okay, so we got this dude. He is ready to summon with his big yellow bottle of fluid on his back. The Tomb Angel isn't really progressing much. I'm kind of stuck in Doom Tower Hard right now, so probably won't have her the next time. But wanted to show you real quick. I've been saving up some of these. So for the next time, I'm gonna make sure I'll get 3 of these. It looks like I have to get my hands on some of this Dampier, whatever she's called, something like that. Not seeing too many of her, but the rest I got a fair amount. So I'm already rebuilding, restocking, right? But yeah, so we're on our way for the next fusion already. So, oh yeah, Hero's Path. Maybe I should address this first. Personally, my opinion, this is something for the whales. If you're a free to play player, I wouldn't like go ham on this. I'd save my resources for things that are things that you know the value you're gonna get. Okay, so I mean, like a book or something like that is actually fine because, well, you know exactly what you're gonna get out of it. At least if you're fully booking a champion, of course. If you're just trying to hit land books in a certain skill, well, then you're creating RNG again. But if you're gonna fully book something, then at least you know this is what I'm gonna be doing with my resources. I'm gonna book this champion. So like books, I'm fine with, but it's it's more or less like these things, these chaos ores, and then this thing right here, this eternal soulstone. It's man, do you really want to go over this with me? Just let's take a look here, okay? So this is the first faction, Banner Lords. Now here I'd say there's actually a fair amount I wouldn't be too mad about if I got a 5-star legendary of one of these. In fact, there's probably not one here that I'd really be mad about. I think all of these could have some kind of use somewhere. But then let's go down here a bit, shall we? Because face it, that stone is 80% chance that you're gonna get one of these pink guys down here, one of these purple guys. Like out of these, maybe Archmage Helmet, maybe Stagnite, Forecaster if you got your Clown Boss around him. Other than those here, Ursula sees play, but I don't know if I would necessarily need or want a blessing on her. I mean, if you get it, you'll take it, but I can't imagine doing this whole event, getting that stone, and then getting Ursula. I don't even have Ursula at the moment, but even if I did, I can't imagine getting that perfect Ursula. Woohoo. Let's go. Like, what exactly is that gonna... That's not gonna do much, right? Just, this is like the first faction. Like, let's just take a quick look at the next one. So here, you already have things that you don't want. Like a Pixnail, you don't want the champion, so why would you want the blessing? I don't know. And I'm not gonna be too mean about most champions here, but I'd say like in high elves, maybe you like there's probably some in here that you wouldn't be super happy about if you got them. Now a royal guard I could see, sure. A Vergus I could also see, sure, because there's like solo scarab king, and I mean you have like blessings for that. It might be nice. There's also a whole following around marksmen, so there's probably a bunch of cool people out there who would like a blessing on marksman, but overall there's not really much there either, right? So I think you just get the point right here. Errol, Holstring, Lisea maybe, but I don't know. I have her on my alt and I have her built out, but she's fine. She just doesn't really feel like a legendary half of the time. To me at least. The rest here are pretty decent. Cupidus is always good. Okay, so they have a lot of good ones, but they have a couple of meh. But I mean, here, dude, like Frostbringer. Oh, no thanks. Relic Keeper, no thanks. No thanks, Lady Etessa. There's so many ones that you just don't want. Light Sworn. I mean, and that's only the third faction, and we've seen like 80% of the stuff you don't want. At least in the epic section, right? And that's the section you're gonna get the most out of this thing anyway. As you can see, 80% that you're gonna get an epic, and only 20% that you're gonna get a legendary. Yeah, I don't know, man. This really doesn't excite me one bit with an event like this. Like if this event had this sitting maybe here or here, then maybe I'd be like, okay, that's pretty nice. That kind of sets it up for everyone. Right now, as you can see, I haven't spent any points, and I hardly have any points either. But first off, I'm not going to be summoning just because there's this stuff in here. Like, these books are actually worth more to me than this, and this, and these things right here. But then there's this other issue, right? So we have here the Iron Fortress, and before I scroll down and probably have people looking weird at me like, Trax, what are you doing, man? Why aren't you progressing here? Because quite frankly, I think the energy costs for Iron Twins Fortress is a step too far. I think it's completely unnecessary. I think it's ridiculous because you can't you can't gain any XP in this dungeon. You can't get silver really. Like what you get. You get like 8,000 per run on stage 15 or something. Or is it stage 14? I don't know. Like you can't farm silver in these things. It's literally just trying to get this stuff, and this stuff is really not worth my energy. So as you can see, I had not done much here at all. I don't think it's worth it. I think this is garbage. Like, I think the blessings are very strong. Well, some of them are very strong. Don't get me wrong on that part, okay? I think the blessings are very strong. But you know what else is strong? Masteries. Masteries are pretty strong too. Like, I have a lot of champions that don't have masteries. If I had masteries on them, I'm sure they'd be a lot better. Know what I mean? Oh, plus I can actually farm experience points in here too, so I can actually level stuff up while I'm getting them stronger as well. And the cool part is, I actually know which champion is going to get scrolls, which champion is going to get stronger. Unless I take four champions along or something, or all 5 don't have masteries yet. But still, then you know those 5 champions are going to get masteries and become stronger. So I know exactly where this energy is going, and I'm getting a little bit of silver. That's also not, I mean, it's not the most, but it's also a pretty easy dungeon, right? Like, this doesn't take like 5 minutes to run like the Iron Twins do. So this is like the first small example where I, as a free to play, would put my money into, or my energy into, as a free to play, where I would put my money into. Yeah, good tracks. Where I put my energy into, right? Because I know what I'm going to get in return for it. Here. Another thing, right here. And you can be like, well, Trax, you don't know what you're going to get out of this. No, you're right. I don't. That was actually my wrong team, by the way. That was a team I built for a clan mate. Here we go. No, I don't know what I'm going to get out of this. You're right. You're absolutely right. What I do know is that this run is very fast, and this run will give me a lot of silver. If it doesn't give me a lot of silver, it's going to give me a good item to roll. And if that item rolls bad, I can still sell it for silver. So, in my opinion, using your energy to be farming that dungeon, that new dungeon, as a free-to-play player, I think it's a trap. I really think it's a trap. I think the way that you are as a free-to-play player, this is just my opinion, what you should be focusing your energy on is things like this right here, right? Like this Ice Golem tournament. Like, you don't have to hardcore farm it. You don't have to try and get these first places or whatever. I didn't put any extra in, and I'm like 8th spot right here. If you can get yourself into the top 10 here, that's fine. But if you can just like pick up a couple of these rewards and see they have some of this here too, whatever this thing is called, I always forget the names because there's like 60 of them. Like, pick this stuff up here. Don't waste your time in this stupid new dungeon because it's really not worth your energy. And it's like a stage 15. It's hard as F, right? Like you need like 600 accuracy or something like that. What I've been hearing is like people don't really get these things a lot. These immortal soul essence and eternal soul essence. From what I've been hearing, that doesn't drop that often, okay? But yeah, I don't know, man. If you do want to engage in this Iron Twins Fortress thing, right? And you are a free to play player or a very low spender, if you're not a whale, basically, and you're just trying to do things like I'm trying to do, like trying to speed up some dungeons or trying to get a consistent Fire Knight 25 or something like that, or trying to get past Doom Tower hard because it is hard, you can't get past it. So if you're a player like myself, I really recommend just don't do this. If you want to do it on Sunday, like today. At least you get some better rewards for the stages that you're clearing. Because during the week, this is like I don't remember the correct amounts, but it's like you need to do 6 runs, use 6 keys, about 6 keys to get like enough of this stuff to get one summon. One mortal soulstone is about the amount you get. It's like, dude, one? Are we gonna, shall we look at this again? So 66% chance of getting a rare, and then 48% chance of that, it's a 1-star. And you wasted about 10% of your daily energy, a little more than 10% of your daily energy trying to obtain this. And that's considering if you would actually spend all the energy you get in 24 hours, which most normal people don't. Let's be real. Most normal people get in like, I don't know, 12 to 16 hours of energy worth, I'd say. Probably. Maybe there's some people out there who only need 6 hours of sleep and they can get the full thing. Or people run their stuff overnight the whole time. I mean, I've done that before, but it's not something I do every day or whatever because it's not worth your electricity in the end of the end of the day, right? Let me know what you guys think about this because I see a lot of people are engaged in it, but I don't think they've really thought it through, I don't think they've put everything next to each other. It could be that they're also just kind of bored with the game and they're just like happy that there's something new going on, and they're kind of like summons too, right? So you kind of get that dopamine rush, and I understand, but it feels to me like Plarium is almost putting these things, like these mortal soul stones, almost at the same value as like an ancient shard. Actually, aren't they putting them like higher even? Wait, let's look at this again real quick, okay? So let's say this. Yeah, so like 5 of these would be 3 voids? No way, dude. Like, no way. Why would 5 of these be worth 3 void shards? Like 3 void shards isn't worth much, but it is definitely worth more than this, right? It has to be worth more than 5 of these stupid stones right here. Because here, I'm gonna get either chickens or I'm gonna get, like some of the best champions in the game. Like, oh, you open 5 of these. Yay, I got a warlord. Good job. Now all I have to do is actually summon one. I mean, this is not worth anything without this, right? This is literally trash. This is just, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. So, okay, so they consider this to be the same. That to me is already bonkers. I would say you would need at least like 5 per void to make this anywhere near being the same, and this would have to definitely be 3 versus 3 here. So I mean, this is just, and yeah, I know people have already locked in on their thoughts, and they seem to be fine with this already. But I'm I only do 1 episode a week, so I'm not gonna be talking about all this stuff all the time. I tend not to do this too much anyway. I rather do some active things or trying to hopefully teach you guys some things that I've learned on my way while playing this game. So in their opinion, 5 of these are worth 6 blue shards. That to me says enough. This right here just says it all. Yeah. Your selected items will be forgotten if you close this pack. I hope they will be deleted. That'll be out of my sight. Because it's a bunch of horse baloney. Tell me what your thoughts of this are, and maybe you can change my mind, but I highly doubt it. I hope you guys have a nice week, and hopefully I can see you guys next time when I'm feeling a little better. Take care, guys. Oh, and to the people in Florida, buckle up and, stay strong, guys. I heard about the hurricane coming your way, so I hope you guys pull through, okay? Peace.